Hello YouTube, I'm in Budapest today. We're spending a week and a half in Hungary doing the Lake Balaton, and then we're flying over to see our dad in Dubai. This is Noam. Say hello Noam. Or don't, that's fine. Mum.
Hello.
Rosie. I'm David Frankal, and this is the summer 2018 edition of Greetings from Hungary. Or actually I'm going to call it Hungary and Dubai.
It's a train! It's a train! It's so high speed! Oh!
This is what a f***ing dumbass looks like. So it's now Saturday and we're going down to the lake.
A Vattyányi tér következik. Átszállunk a Háromsra.
Sajnos én az Amerikai elkerültem már nagyon régen.
Nem azzal kezdtem, hogy hazd akkor a fogadsz, hogy 600.
Nem, neki nem
Azért mondom, hogy már nem ez a stílus. Emlékszel a történetre, amikor a Rözse még pici volt, és a Borimány kicsit idősebb volt, és valakik voltak nálunk szép, egyből válsz, ügyelő.
Eszter is dolgozik most?
Ezt nem tanulták.
Ja, igen, mondtad is.
Már tegnap Isten, hogy jöjjenek el védelni vissza, és mondta, hogy ez hasonló lesz a
Most már lassít is.
So, here we are in Balatonfüred, Balaton, sorry. Train continues to Balatonfüred, as always. Now going to the same campsite, as we do every year, this time without Dad, because he's working in Muscat. Every year we come here and every year we say, this is the last time we're coming to Balaton, and yet, every year, the next year we come. It's always Dad who spearheads us to go somewhere else for once. But obviously our cousins always come here, and since there's more of them than there are of us, they kind of hold the decision-making power. So there's not much we can really do. Well, the irony is that this time Dad got his way, and he's not come to Balaton. Will I come here next year? Dunno. Maybe. Here we are at the wine festival, as we are regularly while we're here. Lots of, well, wine, but also food and lemonade. So it's now Monday. We are in Balatonfüred, pretty much the biggest town on the north side of the lake. And today we're taking a boat across the lake to Siófok, where one of my cousins is on his way back from the football camp. We're picking him up and making a day out of it while we're at it. There is also a thermal spring here in Balatonfüred, which is probably where the name comes from. There are these little water fountains around which you can drink from, but they taste absolutely disgusting. It's very, very irony, so for me it just tasted like a mouthful of blood, which was not pleasant. But apparently it's very good for you, as most things that taste awful are. Anyway, to the boats. Now I'm enjoying the boat ride, taking in all the views. So we made it to Siófok, the other side of the lake, and that there is the lock, as I was just being told. That is the start of the Siófok Canal, which links the Balaton to the Danube and allows ships to pass, and also allows the regulation of the water levels, which are currently quite high, higher than usual. Even though it's been very hot, there was quite a lot of rainfall apparently just before we arrived, which explains why. And then from the Danube you can get to the Black Sea, then through the Bosphorus Strait and the Dardanelles into the Mediterranean. So you could, if you had enough time, you could get a boat from here all the way to the Thames, but it would take a while. So we made it off the boat here in Siófok. Here's Lily. Her hair is green now. Look at that.
Me?
Pretty cool.
Actually, it will wash out eventually, but until then I have green hair and I'm happy, so that's all I need for happiness, green hair.
Pentás.
So we've made it to Siófok. Gergo's train comes from Keste direction and comes through here and goes on to Budapest, but he's coming off here to meet us. So yeah, Budapest is in that direction, as well as Székesfehérvár, and then some trains from Budapest terminate here, the south side Katusha, which are not Siemens Cesaros, but Stadlerflirt, because as you may notice, the south side is electrified, whilst the north side is not. Some trains, usually the older ones, continue onwards to Keste and then even further on to Topolca and beyond. Although this one looks like it's terminated here. Doesn't seem to be going anywhere. It's quite a big station actually. 4 full platforms, plus this one looks as though it's not in use at the moment. I take it back, they do use platform 1, in fact the train...
that the daily party semi-fast train from Nagykanizsa arrives at platform 1.
There you go, the train we're waiting for comes here. This is actually not the train we're waiting for, it's coming in on platform 3, going in the same direction, interestingly enough. So we've got Gergo. Unfortunately the train was about 15 minutes late and our boat leaves in about 10 minutes, so we've got to run. Next one's not for just under 2 hours, so... Well, we made it. And here we made it back to Balatonfüred, on the north side, the proper side of the lake.
Nem szénsavas? Ez olyan, mintha szénsavas lenne. De teljesen.
Nem vériző?
Nem. Inkább szénsavas.
Still Monday, we've come back to the wine festival again to eat. There's some lovely Hungarian Kurtis Kalács here, which we're bringing back to the campsite. And here we have Rértek. So we're here at the Balatoni Bob. We come here pretty much every year.
5 perc múlva Balatonfüred felől a második vágányra, és indul tovább Budapest déli pályaudvarra. A vonat Székesfehérvárig minden állomáson és megállóhelyen megáll. Székesfehérvártól csak Kelenföld állomáson áll meg. A zárón. A vágány mellett kérjük, vigyázzanak.
You spoke too soon.
My bad. I still think that we might be able to sit down.
So we're heading back to Budapest. I'm with Rosie, and we've only got 2 carriages today, so quite like last year, this is probably going to be a bit of a squeeze. I feel right at home.
Oh, yeah, maybe too.
So if it was heading towards Austria, then it makes sense to start at Kelenföld or at Dearly. But if it's heading upwards towards...
However, it's still fast.
So it is at this point in the vlog where I would like to kind of acknowledge the fact that this part, and indeed this whole summer series of videos, has been a lot more exciting than last year. And the reason for that is we've not really done as much. Last year for me was a pure holiday. This year, somewhat less so. We've done a lot less in Hungary this year. We spent about a week at the Balaton in a really shit tent. It was awful. Much worse than last year. Last year we splashed out a bit more and hired a mobile house. This year we just had a tent and it was rubbish. We didn't do very much while we were there, at least not much that was, you know, the kind of stuff I'd vlog. And we've been in Budapest for the past 3 days and I've spent that mostly working on my geography. These sexy globalization notes and a bit of YouTube editing as well, but mainly geography. So that's why we've not done much. Tomorrow we're ending this part and we're starting part 2, which will cover our 4 days going to Dubai, which hopefully will be a little more exciting. I've never been. In fact, none of us have ever been. The reason we're going there, A, is because we're meeting my dad, who's already moved to Muscat. So he's coming over. It's a short plane ride. And B, because now I'm really wanted to go there. I never really understood the appeal of it, to be honest. It's mainly tall glass buildings and an appalling human rights record, but then again, we're in Hungary, where they just passed a law criminalising helping of migrants, so maybe I'm holding a bit of an unfair double standard. So it is now Monday. I'm here at Keleti railway station. There's some engineering work going on. I was told the station was closed. It's actually not. There's just a limited service coming out of it. I'm actually going to Kelenföld. Now most people, if you're going from Keleti to Kelenföld, you would just hop on the Metro 4. Trains out of here, a lot of them do go to Kelenföld, but they're mostly pick-up only. There's only 6 or 7 trains per day that actually allow you to get on at Keleti and get off at Kelenföld, which is slower than taking the metro. But we're doing it anyway, because why not? whilst on board the... Shut up. So whilst on board the train, I think I figured out why there are exactly... So whilst on board the train, I realised exactly why there are about exactly 7 or 8 trains that let you travel from Kellerty to Kellenfield. And that's because, unbeknown to me until now, there's actually a station in between the two, known as Ferencváros. It doesn't look very well used. It seems to be the kind of Ardwick of Budapest, and I think those 7 or 8 trains are the only trains per day that stop in Ferencváros. So any train that stops in Ferencváros will allow you to travel from Kellerty to Kellenfield. All the rest, including all the railjet trains, are just pick-up only at Kellenfield. So they do stop here, but you can't buy a ticket that lets you use it to get to Kellenfield. So part of the reason I wanted to travel by train from Kellerty to Kellenfield is because you cross the Danube, and I would think you can get a good view of inner Budapest. Unfortunately, there's a road bridge right next to the railway bridge, so you actually don't get to see any of inner Budapest at all, which I was rather annoyed about. You can see out the other side, but there's not much immediately south to see from the river. So perhaps the road is the best way to see the view from that bridge, or the tram 1, incidentally, which runs along it at that point. Well, that's this year's train spotting at Budapest done. I'm now going to head back to the flat via the Metro 4. This, by the way, is Kellenfield's new underpass, which opened along with the Metro 4 a couple of years ago. Which coincided with a minor refurbishment of the station. I think there is another subway still in use, the old one, further this way. I'm not going to go find it, it's not that interesting. Well, that was a fun adventure. I'm now at Rákóczi. Now normally I would get on the 4 and 6 from here, but right now this bit of the 4 and 6, as mentioned right at the beginning of the video, is closed and replaced by a bus. It's not a new bus either, so doubt there'll be aircon on board. You know, according to Google Maps, it's literally a 15-minute walk, so I think Budapest just has that psychological, like, you think it's bigger than it actually is. When you look at the transport map, you think walk from there to there, but then actually you look on Google Maps to type it in and it says, oh, it's 15 minutes. So sometimes you might as well walk. Now the question is, which way?
Óra 45, pontrásként a trippadástér 2.